Hello, my interior design family. Today I want to talk about the whimsical Christmas, the pastel Christmas. This is such a beautiful Christmas theme. It just creates a very serene and as well as a girly feeling. So if you're one of those people that really loves a whimsical, girly feeling to your Christmas, then this one is for you. So how do we achieve this whimsical pastel Christmas? So if you've watched any of the other videos, you know the tree definitely sets the scene for the theme of your Christmas. And in this one, there are two ways in which you can create this whimsical or pastel Christmas. The first way is by going with bubbles that are pink, pastel pinks, as well as rose gold for the metal. And this creates a more serene Christmas tree. But at the same time, you could up it a notch where you use maybe more of those rose gold and then you add in a plum, right? A plum, of course, is deeper and richer in color. But if you want an extra punch to the color of this Christmas, then you can use the plum, but of course use it sparingly. So maybe I would suggest having the majority of your tree have those pastel pinks or those rose gold finishes, and then you have those accents of that deep plum. So which one of these are you? Are you more of a pastel or more of a deeper plum? With that said, when it comes to Christmas bubbles, of course, as I've said in all the other videos in this series, we want to maintain that layered effect. So that is by having glass, by having matte finishes, as well as by having a shimmery, reflective finish. And that creates a very good layering to your tree. And then a second step with this whimsical Christmas is to definitely use fairy lights. So I want you to use fairy lights wherever you can. You could use also use lanterns, like rose gold lanterns with a candle or a full candle in them. Or you could use some bubbles that are really reflective and really sparkly. The point is that we want to bring in that starlight effect, and that creates more of a whimsical, dreamy feeling. So definitely having sparkles and starlight, for example, is a very, very beautiful way of bringing in that feeling. The third step is to look at our tablescapes. Now, I'm so excited to talk to you about tablescapes because this is one that can be very fun. Of course, it is whimsical, it is quite feminine, quite girly, quite fun, and as well as quite soft. So the reason I'm really excited about this tablescape is that you can actually use roses, and you can use pink pastel roses as part of your tablescape, and I think that is just so beautiful and so elegant. Of course, when we're using our pink roses on our tablescape, we are of course maintaining the rest of our Christmas decor. For example, you can have some frosted eucalyptus or other green decor that you might want to have, and then in that you add in accents of that pink rose or pink flower that you like, and it creates a very whimsical as well as just uplifting, fun Christmas vibe. You of course want to bring in linens or satins and silks in your for your napkins in colors, in a color scheme such as a pastel pink color scheme. You could also do that with your table placements, as well as with your table covers, right? That is one way in which you can have fun with this whimsical Christmas decor for your Christmas decoration. Another way in which you can bring in that whimsical dreaminess into your room is by having a tablescape that is frosted, right? So you have a frosted tablescape. You could use, for example, a white sheet on your table, a white cover on your table cover. You could then have white or even more silvery napkins, because that would just give the feeling of frost, right? You bring in some white candles and just make everything look so frosted, like it just snowed over your Christmas table, and that creates a very beautiful whimsical Christmas. And if you really like the sound of this type of frosted Christmas whimsical tablescape, then you will definitely love an enchanted Christmas decor. And I have created a whole video on the enchanted Christmas decor that will be part of this playlist, so check that out if this feels like more of your vibe. And then our fourth step in creating this whimsical, dreamy and serene Christmas theme for this year of 2025, not forgetting your mantle, right? Your mantle pieces. So if you have a mantle, if you have a fireplace, I want you to have fun with this. I want you to take it all the way to the stars, to create like a winter fairy tale, right? So you want to make sure you're using that light, those lights that you can bring in with candles, and you could bring in with fairy lights. You want to bring in those soft decorative items such as little Christmas trees, right? And you want to make everything sparkle, and definitely using a lot of glass on your mantle will make it seem so whimsical. So using more glass than metal, and using more glass rather than clay vases, will make the whole place more whimsical and more dreamy. So for example, if you have vases that you store flowers in, this is a perfect time to substitute them with a glass vase rather than clay or any other finish, because you want to stay on brand with this dreamy feeling. And a glass is very good with reflecting light, and you're having a lot of fairy lights, a lot of warm candles in your space. So definitely having glass like works really well with that. And of course as well, remember that when it comes to your lights and to your candles, you don't only have to like use real candles, use full candles as well. And definitely as well, they're safer if you have pets or children around. And I do recommend, you can find some really good ones, some really realistic finishes online. You just have to have a little look, and you can bring that beautiful look into your house without using real candles. The fifth way is our accessories. In every video, I'm always talking about our accessories, such as our cushions and our sofas and our blankets and our throws, because I want everything in your room to feel on brand. Sometimes we might forget and maybe just, focus on the mantle and the Christmas tree, and that's Christmas complete. But no, we want to make sure every single bit of our Christmas decor is definitely like infused into our entire space, so that we can feel those whimsical vibes. You walk in and it's so dreamy, whether it's through the pastel pinks or the frosting. I want this for you, darling. So with that, we want to have those cushions in a very fluffy finish, whether that's in a white, a cream, or a pastel color, right? We also want to bring in that cloud feeling when it comes to our blankets and our throws, so that us, our family, and our friends can have just a very cozy, warm Christmas, and just really amplifies our style, our whimsical style, a lot more, because we feel like we are on the clouds looking at the stars, and everything is all twinkly and soft and so whimsical and so loving as well. And this is definitely the energy for Christmas if you love those pastel vibes. And final way to bring in that pastel feeling to your Christmas is your wreaths. So you want to have a wreath that has either pink bows or dried flowers, or like dried hydrangeas, something in a pastel pink that you can add to your garland, and as well as to your wreath, right? So your entryway definitely speaks whimsical, pastel, dreamy Christmas before anyone walks in, and the entryway is your messenger. It informs people of the space before they actually enter the space. So that entry point is so key. You could, if you're having more of the deeper plum color, then I would recommend also bringing those deeper plums into your wreaths, of course. But again, which one are you when it comes to a more of a colorful, whimsical, girly Christmas? Are you more a pastel, or are you more of that plum? Right? And with that, I hope that you decorate beautiful entryways, and do not forget your Christmas trees and your soft furnishings for your sofas, as well as your tablescapes and your Christmas wrappings. Make sure that all of these are definitely on brand, with a color scheme of dreaminess and whimsical, as well as our twilight. And I hope that you have a beautiful, fun, pink pastel Christmas, and definitely enjoy it. And I would see you in my next video. I hope you're excited, because